Hello, welcome to the Robotics for Kids tutorial. My name is Emirike Adeze. I'm a STEM education facilitator and I'll be your guide through this video. Hello guys, how are you doing today? Welcome to this session and I hope you're having a fantastic day. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create the free fall catch game that you were given as a task. It's actually easy and there is no one way to do it. There are different methods or different lines of codes you can put together to achieve your aim. So I'll just be showing you my way. Alright, let's get into it. I'll take out this and select the needed sprite. So we're going to pick a sprite that will fall and then a sprite to serve as our catcher. So I'll be going with an apple and a bowl. And the next thing I'll do is to select the backdrop and we're going with this. Okay, so the idea is for this apple to fall freely from the sky, and I'll control this bowl to move either ways so as to catch the apple when it's falling. I'll go ahead and reduce the size of my apple. Reduce this to 60. Okay, yeah, this looks better. And my bowl, its size is okay. So the movement of the bowl is only to the right or to the left, so it is moving on the x-axis. To code for the bowl is actually very easy. All you need to do, very simple, all you need to do is to code to control it with the arrow keys. So I'll select this and I'll duplicate it. So there's no need duplicating it 4 times. There's no need having 4 copies since we're just moving left and right, not up and down. So for this, I'll say when the left arrow key is pressed and when the right arrow key is pressed. So let's see. Change x by -10. Duplicate this and this. So if you're moving to the right from here to here, your number should be positive, but if you're moving to the left from here to here, your number should be negative. So this would be -10 instead. So I'll click on my arrow keys now, right and left. So that is all you need for the bowl. Basically, there is no other instruction you need to give the bowl, except if you want to add a feature where when the flag is clicked you like for your bowl to appear here, then just go to event, select when the flag is clicked, then go to motion, set, go to a specific position on the x-axis as this and on the y-axis as this, and drop this here. But I don't need that for this game, so I'll just leave it as simple as it can be. So for the apple, now this is where the work is. We would want the apple to fall from here to here, so its movement is on the y-axis. The bowl's movement is on the x-axis. Now the apple's movement is on the y-axis, from up to down and vice versa. So what we'll do is first say when the flag is clicked, because the another thing about the game is that we don't want the apple falling just from one position. We don't want the apple constantly falling from only here, only this position. We would like for it to fall from random positions, to fall from here and then go over to here and here and here. Just it will pick any position at random and fall from there. So we'll go to motion, would say go to random position, then set your position on the y-axis. Set y to 180. So this number 180, this position 180 on the y-axis is basically the top of this screen, the top of this window. Then you see here y-axis 176, so 180 should just be somewhere here. So we'll leave this at 180. So what this line of code says is that when this flag is clicked, would like this apple to go to a different position on this part of the screen. So we would like it to appear at random positions here on this part of the screen. So I'll click the flag. You see, it will appear at different places, but it will remain where the y-axis is at 180. That is here. So for it to move, we would say when the flag is clicked, it should change its position on this y-axis by -5. By -5. So if I click on this apple will no longer be at 180. It will come down to 175. Okay, now see here, 175. So the idea is that when this flag is clicked, the apple would descend with a change of 5 steps at a time. So if you're taking out 5 steps from 180, its height would continue to decrease. So it's 180, goes from 180 to 175 to 170 to 165 to 160 until it gets here. So we'll go for the control statement that says this if statement to check for when this apple has fallen to this level. So it will say if the position of the apple is lower than its setting position on the y-axis, then the apple should just go back to the top and then fall again. So we'll come here, go to operators and pick greater than. Then now we'll go to motion and select Y position. And we'll change this to -170. We'll place this here. Now let me explain. This says when flag is clicked, change Y by -5. If the Y position is greater than -170, then it should carry out the setting command. So this will continue to change the Y position by -5, -5, -5, and it keeps decreasing. So when it gets to -170, that is here, once it skips -170 and enters -170.1, this apple will automatically execute the next command here. So what we will ask it to do is to repeat this same thing that we told it here. We'll just duplicate this. It will go to a random position and set its Y to 180 and fall again and go back, repeat the same thing. So for us to make this process continuous, we'll add a control structure and we'll use forever. So the apple will continue executing this command until the game is over, someone wins or loses. So let's try this here. To fall through and it goes back. Once it gets here, it goes back, falls through again. So it's changing its position on the y-axis by -5 until it gets to -170. Then it stops, goes back here, and falls through again. So the next scenario we'll create is for when the apple comes in contact with the bowl. With that, I'll be creating the score variable. Score. I'll leave it for all sprites and I'll click OK. So when flag is clicked, we'll check for a situation where the apple is touching the bowl. So we'll use the if statement. Go to sensing. When flag is clicked, if the apple is touching the bowl, then it should execute a certain command that will be entered here. That same command is for the apple to stop its movements, go back to the top of the screen, and then fall through again. So we'll just take this same command here and insert it here. You see, there is actually nothing new you really need to do. So you take this and place it here. For when the flag is clicked, if this apple comes in contact with the bowl, then we would like this apple to just stop right here, go back to the top of the screen, and fall again. So for this command to execute for every time the apple touches the bowl, we'll use the forever statement to make it continuous. So now let's try this. Did you see that? Did you see that? Okay, that's perfect. So now to add the variable for score that we've created, we'll set score to 0. We want score to be initialized to 0 at the beginning of the game, and when the apple is touching the bowl, we would like for score to be changed by 1. Then it should go to a random position and set its y position to 180. Now we can add another thing there. Sound should play a certain sound until it is done, then repeat the process again. Let's try this and see. Okay, that's cool. Alright, see, my score is changing and you can hear the sound, and the apples, they go right back. Okay, so if you're not okay with the speed of the apple when it's falling, all you need to do is to just come over to here and increase this number from -5 maybe to -7 or 10 or whatever digit you're okay with. So let's try -7. You see, this is faster. Okay, that fell through. Okay, so to increase the speed, all you need to do is to increase the number. Another thing we can do is to make the falling sprite 2 instead of just 1. So I'll duplicate this, okay, and I'll go to costume. I'll duplicate it here, and I'll change its color just to beautify it. Come to fill, click on this, select another color. Okay, I think green looks cool here. Yeah, this looks okay. And for the edge, what color should we go with? Let's look for a darker green. Okay, Okay, I think this looks good. Here. Alright, let's go back to the code. The only thing we will need to do, the only difference between all of the codes we've written for this Apple and for Apple 2 is to just add time to Apple 2 so that Apple 1 falls through first and Apple 2 comes later. So we'll say when flag is clicked, go to a random position and set your Y to 180 and hide. We'll want it to hide and wait for a certain amount of time before it will fall, so that we will give Apple 1 a chance to fall first and Apple 2 will follow. So if we set hide, then we'll go to we'll go to control and say wait for let's go with 10 seconds. Then after it should show and then fall. So we'll go to looks again, select show and fall. Of course, this is the command for fall. And if we want, we can change the score value for the green apple. Let it not be the same as the red apple. If you catch the red apple, you get 1 point, but then if you catch the green apple, maybe you can get 3 points. So let's see this. Now watch out for the time. 5, 6, 7. You see? Wow. Okay. What's wrong with me? Look at this. Okay. Alright. I think this is too fast for me. Let me take it back to 5. Alright, 5 and this and 5 and 5. And another thing you could do is to add a general sound, one that would play all through the game. Comes a sound. Go to loops. I'll take this and make it soft. Okay, this is better. I'll select down celebrate and add forever. Okay, and the last thing I think that was part of the instruction is to add the win scenario. I've shown you how to do that before. You either create a sprite, paint your own sprite, or you paint a backdrop for it. So guys, that is basically it. It's actually this easy to make the game. Remember that the sprites you use must not be this bowl or this kind of apple. It can be any sprite at all you choose to. There are several of them. See, we have a bowl here of different colors, so if you pick a sprite, you can customize the sprite. Come over here, you see variations of the sprite, so do whatever you feel very okay with, and of course have fun while coding. Take care.